Well, Robin Hood and Mary Ann, they had a wild affair. And when he took her to the blue ball, and she said, "Sweetie baby, I know sweat, give me fever when you kiss."
So my name is Norcross, and I'm 24 years old, originally from Edmonds, Washington, and I recently just moved over to Minneapolis, Minnesota to become full Dama for SweetsKendamas. But we should just kind of rewind and talk about the first time that I got introduced to Kendama though. Alright, so one day I show up to my high school and my friend Gus Carsons has a Kendama and I really didn't like it. I hated it actually. But later he ended up coming over to our friend's house and he had a backpack full of Kendamas and he was filming for an actual Kendama edit and I had no idea what he was doing. But I grabbed a Kendama out of his backpack and I figured that I would just try it and I couldn't get the big cup for like 50 tries and then I finally got it for the first time and that's kind of the feeling. Like everyone knows their first actual trick feeling that they get and when you get that you become hooked and so pretty much I've been a Kendama player ever since. We formed a crew with all my friends and it was Jason Major and Parker Strom and the crew was called Kendmonds and this was OG Dama days, like what gets you hyped on Kendamas? Playing with your friends and everything was awesome and we were making videos and we were pushing the limits in the video game and that kind of leads into the stringless Kendama competition that we entered for Sweets and we actually won that and we got first place out of everyone and it was really awesome. The best part about that video is we actually just kept all of our celebrations in at the end and because we were showing that we had so much fun while we were making it and that's literally what Kendama is all about and from then on we just made tons more videos and we wouldn't stop because it was what we wanted to do and when we hung out we drank tons of RedBull, like I'm talking crazy amounts of RedBull to where I have hundreds of empty cans. It's kind of gross actually. But it was our Dama fuel and it is what we used to film these videos and it was just a group of friends that came together and made super dope stuff. So there was a time where we were all kind of going our separate ways and I didn't film Kendama for a really long time because of an injury that I got, but Sweets posted this thing that he wanted to put a 1-year sponsorship. So I asked Parker to edit it. Trying to be the 2013 next SweetsKendama Pro. I got to round 2, I was hyped, and then I wake up the next morning and on my phone I had all these notifications from like everybody on Facebook and Instagram on everything and I found out that I actually won the pro spot. I couldn't even believe it and the whole day seemed like a dream. And so the next step for me is to start traveling everywhere and I kind of become Sweets' right-hand man on all the travel trips and so I'm going everywhere with him and the opportunity got brought up to move to Minneapolis and to go full Dama and to become the sales manager of SweetsKendamas. So when that happened I was like, I have to do this. But I don't just do that, I help out with social media, I help out with filming if needed. Being just a part of that creative process behind SweetsKendamas is a really interesting thing and I love that aspect of my job every single day. And it's just been a crazy trip so far. So the inspiration behind this year's Norcross mod was my first pro model ever, which was called the RedBull Kitties, which was a pink Tama with the blue sparkle and the blue string. I kind of tweaked it just a little bit, and instead of the blue, I chose aqua, and instead of the pink, I chose salmon. So for me, I chose the cream on the top because everyone knows that it's always overcast in Seattle. The aqua in the middle because when you get those bright blue days, you gotta go outside and send the Dama session. And then we got the bright salmon color on the bottom, which is actually perfect for tracking. And I chose that color because everyone knows that I love sushi, and one of the favorite fishes that I love is salmon. part of the pro model are the actual seals. They're textured, they feel high quality, but it actually ties the whole pro model together. My colors match my Tama, and then we got these wavy lines in the background of the cross Ken that actually make the cross Kens look like they're floating. Every time that I see this design on my seal, I think of back home in Washington, being on the coast with the water there and the mountains and the trees, and it's a constant reminder of where I started in my kendama journey. Tying the pro model together, we got a black string, which you know looks super icy, and it's always been my favorite color string. The 5 lines on the Ken unify all of us pros together. Is the fact that we're a family, yet we can be also diverse in our own individual way. Shout out to all the Norcross mod supporters. There's over 300 posts on Instagram right now. I get to look at every single post. I try to like every single photo and every single video that's up there. You gotta keep posting. All in all, being a pro for the last 4 years, I've gotten to travel the world and see tons of places I never thought that I'd ever get to see. And I never thought when I was 18 years old when I picked up this toy that it was gonna take me on this crazy adventure. I'm Max Norcross, and I'm a Sweets Pro.